Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at the C chord on ukulele in a little bit more detail. By the end of the video you're going to know how to play the C chord in about 3 or 4 different ways. Let's get to it. Let's go to a close-up. So when most people learn the C chord, the first way they learn to play it is dropping their third finger on the 3rd fret of the bottom string, of the A string. And it sounds like that, and it's all great, it sounds beautiful. What's kind of important to know on any major chord, there are only 3 notes in any major chord. And in a C major you have a G, C and an E, which also happen to be these 3 strings here, G, C and E. So if you were to just play those top 3 strings in their own right and not the bottom string, you'd have a C chord. That's a perfectly acceptable C chord. When we play it with our 3rd finger on this 3rd fret of the A string, we're adding a 2nd C note in. So now, when we do that, we have 2 C notes. We have this C, and then a C note an octave higher here. And although we're doubling up the notes, these 2 C's here, you can hear that octave note, and it's just got a little bit of a sweeter sound to it. It sounds a little bit more, I don't know, it's just a little nicer. So as I mentioned, we're doubling up the C note, but we don't need to double up the C note. We can double up any of the notes that comprise the chord. So we have the G, or possibly the E. So we can double those up. So let's double up the E. So I've got an E note here at the 7th fret, so I'm just going to slide my 3rd finger up to the 7th fret of my ukulele. I'm going to leave all the rest of the strings open. I'm going to strum down. Still a C chord. Just something else about that with the high E on there. I'm just strumming a C chord there, but by varying that note there, that bottom note, the last note that you hear when you strum, you get a little bit of a difference there and just something a little bit more unique about it. But we could also double up, let's have a look, we could double up our G note, we could double that one up there, and we could just slide up to the 10th fret now. Okay, so I've got open, 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 and then fret 10. And again, it's something just a little bit different than that boring. But those are not the only ways to play a C chord. So what if we were to take our standard G shape, 1st finger 2nd fret of the 2nd string, 3rd finger 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and 2nd finger 2nd fret of the bottom string. So if we were to take that, that's our G. What if we just slide that whole thing up to the 7th fret? That's another C chord. Still got all those same notes in it. C, E and G. Any combination of those notes is going to be a C chord. It's just going to be some kind of variation of a C chord. We also have the bar version, which we would bar up fret 3. So 1st finger barring up fret 3. I'm going to drop my 2nd finger onto the 4th fret of the 2nd string, and I'm going to drop my 3rd finger onto the 5th fret of the 1st string. Also a C chord. So we've got a few different C chords there, and you can play any one whenever you feel like playing any one. Reasons for doing so, you may be thinking, I'm kind of happy with that chord there. Easy to play, I don't need to worry about it. But there may be times when you're already playing up around, further up the neck, and you don't want to have to go all the way down. And actually sometimes the sound of the open strings doesn't fit so well. If you're playing a bunch of other bar chords or something like that, sometimes an open chord with a lot of open strings to it can sound a little bit strange. So sometimes you might actually just want to drop to a bar chord because it might fit better. Or, as I said, you may not want to go all the way back down the neck, so you might be kind of happy playing up here. You may just want to fret that 7th one because you're already operating around there. Another reason is you may just want that slight variation in the sound. So I might not want to sound like this. Sometimes I want this sound. Or I might want to jump between the two. It gives you something extra to play with. These are called chord inversions, and there are multiple ways to play any chord at all. I would recommend, if you've got a few chords down now and you know your C, you've got your G, got your D, let's say you've got all your majors down and you've probably got some of your minors down, I'd recommend trying to learn another chord, all the chords in at least one more position, in another shape, another way. You'll find it really freshens up your playing and gives you a lot more options, and you'll start to develop and become a much better player for it. If you found this video useful, please leave a comment and give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. I will hugely appreciate that. I try and respond to every comment that I get on videos, so if you've got any questions, I will try and answer you there. If not, get back to your ukulele and get playing. Hope you enjoy it. I hope you've learned something there. Thank you very much. Goodbye.